Hi boys and girls, and welcome to Learning with Miss Nancy. And today we're going to talk about homophones. Homophones. But before we begin our lesson, I'd like to know if you've had your water today. No? Well, get your water so that we can sip together. You ready? Let's take a sip together. Refreshing. Let's take another sip together. Oh, it feels so good going down, and it's hot outside, so I need a lot of water today. And remember to drink water throughout the day because water keeps you hydrated and healthy. Okay, so today we're learning a big word. That's a big word with a lot of letters, but you're going to learn it because you're so smart. Very good. The word is homophones. Say it. Homophones. One more time. Homophones. Good. Tell the ceiling. Homophones. Tell the floor. Homophones. Tell the wall. Homophones. Tell the door. Homophones. Now you know that when you learn words, it can be tricky sometimes because you see the homophones, right? But this H-O-M, you're going to say homophones, okay? Not home, homophones, homophones, okay? How many sounds, beats, or syllables do you hear in homophones? Homophones. Homophones. Very good. 3 sounds, 3 beats, 3 syllables. Wonderful. Say the word again. Homophones. Great. Now, independently, and you know what that means, without any help from anyone, I want you to spell the word homophones. You ready? Okay. Excellent. Homophones. And there's a word in homophones that can stand by itself, actually. Phones. Phones. That's why it's an easy word, really, if you think about it. Homophones. Very good. Now, what is a homophone? Well, a homophone, one, we know is a noun. When we talk about the 8 parts of speech, it's a noun. And a noun names a person, a place, or a thing. Homophones are things. They're words. They're special words. They're words that have the same sound, but different meanings, usually, and different spellings. Yes. Now I'm going to sing a song that has homophones in it. And let me see if you can understand what I mean. Okay? A sailor went to sea to see what he could see, but all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. A sailor went to China to see what he could China, and all that he could China was the bottom of the deep blue China. A sailor went to Shubop to see what he could Shubop, and all that he could Shubop was the bottom of the deep blue Shubop. I learned that song when I was a little girl. And I'm an older lady now, and I still remember that song. But in the beginning, the song says, a sailor went to sea, S-E-A, to see what he could see. But all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. So these are homophones. C, S-E-E, and C, S-E-A. They have the same sound, but they are spelled differently and they mean different things. The sailor went to sea, that means he went out to sea on a boat, a body of water. The sailor went to sea, that means he was on a boat in a sea, right? Body of water to see what he could see. Here's another see. That means look at with his eyes. And all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue ocean, the bottom of the deep blue sea. These are homophones, words that have the same sound but different meanings and different spellings. See and see. But this see, S-E-E, is what you see, is when you see with your eyes. See. And this sea, S-E-A, is a body of water. Sea. And they both sound the same, but they are different. Now you might say, oh, Miss Nancy, what's the big deal? We're saying see, people understand what I mean, but not necessarily so. When you write a sentence, and if you were to say, I'll see you later, and you put S-E-A, the person reading that sentence will get confused because you're using the wrong word. I will see you later. That means I'm going to look at you later. You're not going to say I will water you later in the sea water. No, I will see you, look at you later, right? If you said, in the summer on vacation, my family and I, we get on a yacht and we go out to the sea. And let's say that you wrote that in a story. And if your friends read the story, you go out to sea, S-E-E, go out to see what? You have to use the correct sea. The boat is going out to the body of water, sea. So using homophones, what it does, it builds your vocabulary. It does. It helps you to make your writing clear and specific and correct so that people will not ever confuse what it is that you're trying to say. And if you're reading a book, and if you just start reading and learning words and you see things, for example, the word I and I and I. These two words sound alike. I, the pronoun I is capital I, and I, E-Y-E. Your eyes that you see with have the same sound, but different meanings. This I is a pronoun talking about yourself. This I, eyes that you see with. So you have to make sure that you're using the right homophones. If you were to write a sentence and say, I like candy, and you don't use this pronoun I, and let's say you start the sentence off saying I, E-Y-E, like candy, your teacher's going to say, are you sure that's the right I to use? Because if you're talking and saying I like candy, everyone knows what you're saying. But when you write it down, you have to use the correct word, the correct homophone. Okay? So here's some others. I and I. Meet and meet. Same sound, but this meet is when you're going to meet up with someone. Like if you have a lunch date, you say, I'll meet you at 12 o'clock. You're going to meet someone, join up with, gather with. But this meat, M-E-A-T, that's meat that you eat. Chicken and hamburgers and hot dogs. But this meat means to gather together. And this meat means chicken, hamburger, hot dogs, turkey wings, pork chops, right? Not and not. Same sound, but different words. N-O-T and K-N-O-T. This not means I am not going to do it. Means no. No, I'm not doing it. No. not. Will you please give me some sweet candy to eat? I will not do that right now. That's the not. But this not is when you're like tying your shoes. You tie your shoestrings in a knot. Same sound, different words. You get it? One and one. Same sound, but you have to know the difference. One, number one. That's the number one. And this one is like past tense. You won. You're like a winner. You won the race. You won the race. You won the game. You won the prize. You're the winner. You won. Okay? So all of these are words that sound alike, but they have different meanings and different spellings, and they are called what? Homophones. And they're very important to know, and they're fun to learn. And when you learn the difference, you'll know how to use them in context. You'll know how to use them in sentences when you start writing your sentences. And when you're reading, it builds your vocabulary, because now you're adding more words to your vocabulary bank. So you already know the pronoun I, and now you add this I. So I and I, meet and meet, not and not, one and one, all have the same sound with different meanings and spellings. Isn't that great? Isn't that fun? So remember, a sailor went to sea to see what he could see, and all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. Now, I want you to look at a video where you will see other examples of homophones. Enjoy. Hi, friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Learning with Miss Nancy. Thank you.